All right. In this video, we're going to go through the steps on how to create an ad for Facebook. As you can see on the screen here, you should have all these details ready. You should have the name, campaign name, ad name, uh, put some thought into your budget. What is the objective of the ad? The headline, the body of your ad, what is the link that you're going to go to, what's the CTA, this is the link, and then you have to think about who do you want to target. Okay, so you need to get all these ready, and then you have to decide if you're going to use a graphic or if you're going to use a video. All right, so the first thing we do is we create a campaign, and we click that here. In fact, let me just move this off to the other screen. So, hang on. Okay, so when you create a new campaign, you should choose auction. There are other options here, but auction is usually gives you a little bit more return on the investment that you put into the ad campaign. So when you choose the objective, usually I choose traffic, especially when it's going to a link, because we just want people to go to the link in the ad, in the Facebook ad. Now, the others here are pretty self-explanatory, and if you put your mouse over the option, it'll tell you what those do. Okay, and usually, as I mentioned, usually you should pick traffic. And the other one that you can pick is get messages. That means, the prospects can message you directly. But in this case, we're going to pick traffic. All right. And so when we pick traffic, that opens up the option here. And you want to name your campaign. You want to name your campaign as detailed as you can. And so let's do that now. And since we've already prepared that, I'll just copy and paste it in. So this will be the campaign name. And we can do these later, or we can do it now. But since we've already prepared it, let's copy and paste it in. So from there, we click continue. And it should pull up us, it should pull up to the first section that we need to work on. Okay, so we've already filled this in. We already have the name. We already have the name of the campaign. So think of the campaign as the umbrella of where the ads are going to sit. And you can do an A/B test, and you can find out how to do it over here by clicking learn more. But for a simple example, let's change the budget to, let's say, example, 5 USD per day. All right. And from there, we click next. And we can set a start date and an end date, or we can just let it run until we physically manually stop it. All right. So now we confirm this. We have traffic to a website. Okay. So now this is the ad set name. So this is ad set 1. And the reason we call it ad set 1 is in case if you want to have A/B split testing, you can have ad set 2, 3, 4, as many as you want. Okay. So now we got to go into the audience. Let's say you have a saved audience. All your saved audiences would be right here. Okay. And but in this case, let's create a new audience. And so we change the location. Remember this, we put the location as in Manila and Cebu, for example. Okay. So we change the location, we edit, and we exclude that. And then let's put in, usually I try to keep it to about 20 to 25 kilometers. And you know, in your Facebook ad manager, it might come in miles, but that's okay too. And we want to cover a certain area. All right. So our next one, let's say we go to Cebu. Okay. And we can take a look here. And then we can keep it to also 25 km. Now, the distance, it also depends on you know, what numbers we end up with and also how big the geographical location is. So in this case, for this particular ad, let's say I want to hit the ages 30 to 35. All right. So we're going to change that. So 30 to 35. And, you know, keep your age range between 5 to 7 years. So now let's take a look at this. Just using that, we have an audience of about 4 to 4.7 million. And of course, that's too big because we don't want to hit everybody. And while we're doing this, we go down to the genders. Let's say we want to keep all genders. And let's save this audience right now. Let's save our work. So let's give it a unique name. Just for the sake of this video, I'm going to put audience test 1. But you can give it any name that you want as long as you remember. All right. So let's just save that. So now we have the starting of the demographics. Okay. So the next thing we do is we have to fine tune the audience, right? So when we fine tune the audience, we will hit here, edit. And now we go into the detailed targeting. Okay. So let's click that, edit. And the first thing we say is, okay, let's hit people who are interested in investing. For example, oh, hold on. There. So we have investment. You can use the suggestions, investor as an interest, real estate investing. So now we have these here. Let's say return on investment, for example. Okay, and now we update. Let's say we just keep this for now. So we update, and let's just check the numbers that we have so far. And looks like we're at 1.5 to 1.8 million. Good number, but it's still too broad. All right. So we need to fine tune it a little bit more. So let's say another interest would be they like to read investment books, right? So we hit edit again. And let's say, what's a good investment book? Let's say something like Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Oh, that's custom audience, sorry. So we put in Rich Dad. Okay, so that's in there. And the author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad is Robert Kiyosaki. And that's right there. Okay. And let's see if there are any suggestions. Napoleon Hill, investment strategy. You can take a look at all these. You can maybe even add in Warren Buffett as an interest. Okay, and let's update and let's see what the numbers do now. So 1.6 to 1.8. Okay, what we need to do is, let's say we want to hit over here in our ad, let's say we want to hit engineers and accountant. Okay, so let's take a look at that. So we want to edit. And we go here, we look for, oh, hold on. Let's try this. Let's say accountant. And so these are job titles, right? For example, we don't really want to go into interest in these yet. We want to see, we want to put in accountants first, if that's who we're trying to hit, okay? And then we go into suggestions, okay? Accountant, job title, and let's see what those numbers are. So now we're at, oh, hold on, we're at, it's defined 1.6 to 1.8. That's okay for now, okay? Let's say we want to bring that number to under a million. This is what we would do. Let's say we only want to target a smaller area. We go into, let's say, 20 kilometers. For Cebu and 20 kilometers for Manila. Okay. And let's update that. Okay, the number is going down. And what we want to do is we want to end up with a target audience. We want it to be either in the specific or in the green area. As long as we don't go onto this site, where we should be fine. And what you want to do is you want to fine tune your audience as best that you can. I did a very basic audience demographic, but we can certainly go, when you do your ads, you can certainly go into more detail. Okay. Now placements for a start, you can do automatic. And if you want a slightly higher ROI, you can choose the how this goes, and you can play around with the different ads. All right. So the choices are link clicks, landing page views. Impressions just means that, you know, how many people get to see your ad, and Facebook doesn't care what they do as long as they show your ad to as many people as possible. Okay. For some campaigns, that should be okay. And link clicks, what it means is that the ad will tend to be clicked on by the prospect by the prospect. Now the landing page views, what Facebook is going to do is going to get your ad in front of people that will not only click the link, but will also end up on your landing page. All right. And if you remember, during the training that we did on session 2, I did a basic landing page, and this is what, if you remember, this is what it looked like. So we're going to use this as the destination. Okay, so now we're done with the the audience and the optimization for the ad delivery. I usually choose link clicks or landing page views. Okay, so from here we click next. And so we want to put in either a video or a picture. Okay, so I have videos ready already in my ad account. So I'm going to show you how we bring it in. Okay, so you just click add media. You're going to choose either add an image or add a video. So in this case, let's choose add a video. And I have some videos here, so I'll just pick any one of those. Now, if the videos are over, a certain time, I believe it's 60 seconds, then what happens is uh, on some of the platforms on Facebook, they don't like longer videos, but usually 30 seconds, 45, 60 seconds, 90 seconds is okay. So I'll just pick one of the videos and I'll put it in. And you can just ignore these first and just click done. So the video should be in. Okay. See it's in Reels, it's another platform. So, but that's okay. We don't need to have in this case, because it's over 60 seconds, it's not going to be on Instagram. Okay. Once we get that done, we have to select the page. Okay. So we don't want let's see. You have to choose which page the ad is going to originate from. And if you want to do Instagram, not Reels, then you put in your Instagram account here as well. Okay, so now we got it in. This is kind of like, this part here is kind of what the ad will look like. Is going to give you a preview of it, right? So once we bring the video in, we need to start filling in the boxes. All right. Okay, so we put this in. I have the content ready. We can put that here. And even though it says headline over here, it's not really the headline. But I'll explain what that is in a minute. Okay, so we put this in. Now, if you remember my age demographic, I was trying to hit. Oh, hold on. I was trying to hit ages 30 to 35 and engineers and accountants, for example. And that's why the headline is, "Are condos a bad investment for young professionals?" Okay, that's the headline. And you choose your headline according to the formula that I gave you on creating the post and the ad. Okay, so here, this is what the preview of the ad looks like now. So imagine you're a young professional thinking about investing and you see this. Would you probably click on it? Would you take a look at the video? All right. Now, the next part that we have to focus on is here. Okay. So the headline, I'll show you what the headline looks like in a little bit, but let me maybe just minimize the screen a little. Okay. Okay, so we're going to, let me come back to that. So we're going to send people to a website, and the website is the landing page that we created. And so we put that in here. And so now if we look up here, okay, so now this link comes in. Okay, but we don't want to keep it this way, and we want to change it. All right, so this is how we change it. Where you see where it says Manila buyers, we don't want to put that. Okay, we want to put something like this. Okay, and that goes, that's the headline, right? So the headline in this case, we would put something like, let's say we put something simple. Okay, and then now we take a look at it. See, it changed to click here for details. And then usually this one I would suggest learn more. Usually learn more is a good call to action button. Okay, so we can take a look at that here. Okay, so here's the call to action. You actually have several choices. All of these: contact us, get offer, download. Usually, usually learn more is pretty good. Okay, and that's it. And you're ready for the ad to be published. Okay, so let's take a look at the preview of the ad. This is what your ad is going to look like. Okay, a simple headline that makes somebody go, huh, that's interesting. That's what we want them to do. Okay, and so this is how your ad is going to look like. And creating an ad is not a very difficult process. And have more than one ad, have more than one outcome, play around with the budgets, and you're going to get responses. Okay, so at the very end, what you do is you hit publish, and then you wait for Facebook to approve the ad, and the ad is live and is good to go. Okay.